Hello, I have a reading for y'all, and what's coming up in this reading before I pull cards is you are feeling very low right now and unsure of how to move forward, if you've made the right decisions to end up where you are right now, if things are really going to work out for you. If you are safe in your environment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. If it's worth it to keep going and trying to achieve what you are trying to achieve, or like continuing to basically just keep going at the current circumstances, like keep putting one foot after the other, or if it is time for you to pivot and try something else. Yeah, so let's see. I want to pull some tarot. This is, I'm not gonna lie, a very heavy energy. So, I hope that you're able to do some things that make you feel good at this time, that don't necessarily have to do with these decisions, but it kind of feels like it's pressing in from all sides, and that is a really, it's giving me stuck between a rock and a hard place. That is a tough situation to be in. Okay, I got the Star in reverse. So you're feeling like your current circumstances just are not able to nourish you at this time, that you're not able to pour into yourself as you know that you'd like to, and that's kind of what's causing these feelings. I also got the Knight of Pentacles, which I'm going to pull some clarification on because I'm not really sure how this relates to the Star. So I have Pisces, Sensitize. Yeah, I'm hearing you just need to believe what you're experiencing right now and how hard it is for you, and anchor into that experience and kind of just let it be at this time. Let's see what else. Okay, so we got the Eight of Pentacles, and I got Spirit is working on things behind the scenes. So there may be stuff that's going on right now that you might not have particularly manifested in your life, but that your soul has, the word that came to mind is required you to experience, but it's just something you can't avoid. I'm getting that you continue to run away and kind of place yourself in places that you think are the best for you, but something's always off, and that causes you a lot of frustration and just a lack of motivation. But you're being challenged to activate your capacities in those spaces. This will especially resonate with you if you've really been through a lot of hardships in your life, or relationships haven't played out for you in a way in which you have desired, or there was a lot of difficult things around relationships, having to let people go. There's something else about this Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing these experiences are coming to build a strong internal capacity of self, which you can carry forward into future experiences. You may be someone who heals others by reflecting back to them their experience clearly. And to do that, you kind of have to experience, you need to experience a lot of the aspects of the human experience and understand them at a deep level, but just intimately. You need to have gone through them. You can't really perceive that through or experience that through just hearing about it or seeing it. You need to live it. So I'm hearing whatever your purpose here is, or a lot of what you're doing in your life is quite large, and it already has been. And I mean that in the sense of, like, I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. Like, things do always end up working out for you in the long run, but like you also are a Wheel of Fortune to others. Like, you show others what is possible. Like, you give access to others. Like, you're a key code. Like, that is what I'm hearing. And then we have Neptune vision. Yes, like, you give people back their vision of self. Does that make sense? Like, you show people, like, what their inner child wasn't able to access when they were younger, even when you were a child. Like, you were able to give people this access to self. And, like, you basically reflect the highest version of others to them. I have a family member who's really good at this, and it involves a lot of rage and anger with others on her end. That necessarily might not be the case for you, but you know, you might just be matching their energy. I'm not saying it to rage at people, but sometimes you need to, you know, stand firm on your boundaries. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I want to circle back to this healing aspect of you. Yes, you just, like I had said, you reflect others' higher versions back to themselves. You let them see what's possible for themselves that they always knew inside, and you give them the courage to take steps towards that. And I know you've seen this in your life, and it's not a joke. It's not, and I'm saying that because, like, you may have believed that this wasn't happening, or these people could get to this point on their own, and like, yeah, but no. Like, they did get to it on their own, but it's because they chose to look inside themselves to find what aspect of them was resonating with you. And like, you made that capacity that I just named within them to look inside themselves and find that resonant piece. Like, you gave them that access. And they most likely gave you access to parts of yourself as well. So it was working in tandem. There's no you above them above you, or them below you. That's not what's going on. It's just that you may be more conscious of this exchange than them. And you may also see that this is a repeating pattern in your life that you are conscious of. As these people may be doing that as well in their own way. What else do we have? What's going on with this star reverse? We gotta see why can't we be pouring into ourselves at this time? Man, you're at capacity. Like, things are just, oh, wow, okay. You guys, okay, wow. Oh my God, okay. I got the King of Pentacles and the Magician, and what I heard is, like, what you're manifesting is, like, it's really big. Like, it's very large. It's possibly larger than you can even conceive. And like, it really is going to ask a lot of you. And you know this, and you're ready for this, but it's like, the part of you that knew that they're ready for this doesn't know how much it's going to require of you. And this is not in any way a bad thing. It's just like, with the King of Pentacles here, like, this and the Knight of Pentacles, like, this needs to take time to develop, because it's a full-blown rebirth, like with the Pluto rebirth, and you initiated this for yourself. Wow, you guys, this is very powerful. Pisces sensitized. This is drawing my attention. What's going on here? Okay. So I pulled the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then I flipped it, but I do think it's supposed to be in reverse. sensitize. This Pisces card has a lot of beautiful artwork on it, so I get that you're a creative or you're trying to create something. You gotta focus on that. Like really try and devote as much energy, time, attention to that thing and the expansion of just that thing, rather than trying to like fit other pieces in your life together right now. Because with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, what you're trying to manifest needs your full attention right now. This may not be forever, but 90:44 on my timer, if it's resonating, like, y'all, it needs your full attention. You can't be getting distracted, kind of falling off, because this is something that you chose for yourself, and it's really like, are you gonna show up? Are you gonna do it? And I get the Keeper of the Pearls, innocence, sincerity, loyalty. This is giving with yourself, you know? Are you going to be loyal to yourself? Are you going to cherish self at this time and choose self over, I want to say, all others or all other things? And you're already doing a very good job doing this. 3 pearls, 3 of Pentacles. You might have to take some material risks, in the sense of you may need to invest in this creative endeavor or creative opportunity in a way that you're worried to, because something in you thinks this is not going to work out. And we need to go into that. Why? What in them? Like, what is going on here with this fear of things not working out? And why is this? Oh, because things have not worked out in the past. Well, was it that things didn't work out in the past, or that you simply just did not know what it was that you wanted, so you could not take the accurate steps to get there? Because I have the Emperor coming out. So that's telling me it's very clear that you're not like, oh wow, you guys. Okay. The Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Wands, or the King of Wands. I continue to just mess up the cards that I'm naming. I don't know if I said Queen of Cups in reverse. That's what this is. What I saw when I pulled this Queen of Cups in reverse, and the, oh my God, just when I moved it and that King of Pentacles was under there, you guys, this is really giving, you're not, like, the Queen of Cups has been coming out to me is like, she's too much in her emotions right now. Like, that's how it's been coming out for me. That's not present. You're not in your emotions. You're not playing around. You're directing your life force with Emperor energy, with King of Wands energy. You know how to direct your energy. You know that where your time and your attention goes, things have to move. Things have to grow. You understand. You are consciously co-creating. You understand that when you are operating with that knowing, even sometimes if that's not the most present thing in your mind, this is your foundation. That you can create what you want. And it doesn't matter like how that happens. Or if you feel like you have the capacity to do it now, because you will develop that on the way. I'm saying that because I got dignified strength in reverse. You don't need to have that attitude about it. You don't need to feel like worthy or like good about it, or like that you don't need the confirmation that it's gonna work, is what I'm trying to say. You just need to build it. And like, y'all, I am right there with you in this energy, and I want to say that is not easy, but you have this capacity. I don't know what like specific aspects of spirituality you're tapped into, but it's coming through as like you are someone who came here. Your soul understands these things on an intrinsic level. So when you first may have heard what I'm speaking about, it was like, oh my God, I didn't know things could work like this here. In a sense of like, it was a remembrance. And with the Ten of Pentacles, your soul understands this is how things work. If you want something and you try, you will succeed. It's just a matter of time and resonance. In the sense of, with again the Knight of Pentacles being here, like, it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, but you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have that practical new beginning, that new opportunity, and you are working towards it with the Eight of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune is sticking out to me right now. Like, things always work in your favor. You know this. It's just like you're, I want to say, testing that out or experimenting with that capacity of yourself at a larger scale that you've never done before, which is why this Magician and the King of Pentacles came out. Like, this needs time and consistent effort, but like, that's the energy you're working to embody. Like, do you see? Like, the King of Pentacles, he is the king of the material realm. Like, you are building something that will give you agency over all, I was gonna say many aspects of your life, but it really is all of them, and not in a control sense. It's just, you are building the foundation to support yourself, to create a reality in which you want to live in, that is stable for you, for the type of person that you are. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you can do it. And that's all that really matters, because, babe, who doesn't like a challenge? Like, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you know what? Being challenged really does make you grow. Think back to the most challenging moments in your life. Who were you before those times? Who were you after? And I'm not talking immediately after. I'm talking after you integrated that experience. Let's see. Let's pull a card. Who were they after that experience? Because some of y'all right now, I'm getting the pity. Wow. We get the Ace of Cups. You had a renewal. Let's be real. You felt good again. And you felt more access to self. What's going on here? Damn. But that was not easy for y'all. Okay, it doesn't want me to skip straight through. What is going on? I got the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Wow, and the Page of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords in reverse. It gave you an opportunity to see where you weren't showing up for yourself. That's going to resonate for a lot of y'all. Specifically around boundaries, or like giving others more than they were giving you, or giving systems more than they were giving you, people, experiences, places, jobs, stuff like that. Wow. And I'm seeing, like, this is what those experiences gave you, right? This was you. Like, oh my God. You're telling me I get wisdom that I can practically apply to my life, and then here's you consciously using that to create what you're creating now. This is alchemy. This is transmutation. This is creating after integration. Y'all, what needs to happen for this star to be upright right now? Because I really don't like that the first card was the star reversed. You love yourself. Just pour into yourself at this time, however you know best. You know, like, for me, I've been taking it easy. I've not been trying to push myself. I've been trying to do things with resonant timing. I've been trying to spend time to just be with myself. Like today, at the library, I needed to go get food, and I was like scared to make that happen for many reasons, but one of which was asking the librarians if I could leave my stuff in the car or like in the library. And I don't know why in that moment I was so horrified to ask them, but like I was so scared they were going to say no. But they said yes. Like, that kind of thing. Like, this chance that you're taking on yourself is safe. I pulled the Ace of Wands. What's going on with the Ace of Wands? Also, this Venus Beloved card, I want you guys to see this. This is what came out with, you know, when I was asking, what do we need to have this star energy, you know, not be in that reversal, or to be pouring into ourselves. And it is just simply pouring into yourself, like acting on the ideas that you know will support you at this time in the best way that you know how, because there's no right or wrong way to do something. It's you either don't do something and you don't know, or you do something and you know. And if what you end up knowing from doing is something that you don't prefer, then you try to do something else or you tweak it. Six of Swords. This is a different mentality for some of y'all. For others of you, you've done this before, but at smaller scales. So, like, your mind is kind of blowing out of proportion right now of, like, well, this is really scary. Like, I'm playing with, like, some real-world logistics right now. But that's okay. Play with them. Like, it's safe. There's a lot of access right now as well. Just, period. There's a lot of access to things that weren't accessible prior to this time now, because so many people have awakened and they're moving in ways that humans haven't felt comfortable moving on a larger scale. Practice presence, grounded, embodied, centered. So grounding is coming up for advice to you guys right now on how to anchor this energy. Look, she's just sitting reading a book, finding those moments where you can just relax with yourself. Like, I've been procrastinating taking a bath because, like, there was just some stuff that I had to do before taking the bath. This reading is one of them. I didn't have to do this reading, but I wanted to. But, like, taking a bath, going on a walk, letting yourself just do something with no agenda, even if your mind is like, no, we need to do this, we need to do this. Like, just let that happen. Like, it's fine. I got retrograde review and I pulled cards on Mercury earlier in a reading that I did, so it's coming through with this. Like, there's a lot that's happening right now with your communication and your expression. Like, a lot's being asked to just kind of go out. And your mind is, like, really having a hard time letting that happen because it's used to modulating, controlling that expression. And also, like, you're getting a lot of, like, looping thoughts or past patterns coming up that you thought you may have moved through, and it's very difficult. It's hitting you harder than you expected. Like, let that happen. Please don't think that that's something that is signaling that something is wrong or that you should stop. Like, if anything, what does this say? Angelic whispers, feather energy, loved ones, spirit, divine signs. Like, that is a reason to go further, especially if something in you is still pulling you forward. Like, really trust that that is your loved ones in spirit, your higher self, your spirit guides, the divine signs around you. Like, oh wow, those angelic whispers, like, that's really hitting us. Like, your fears are loud right now. I pulled the devil, but honey, the devil, that bitch ain't real. Like, I love this analogy. I think Rachel McNasser said it, if you guys know Rachel McNasser. Their chains are not tightened around their neck. They can take them off, and you're doing that. It's just that that's not always a straightforward process, but you can move it into the moment to moment, such as I did choose to go and ask the librarians if I could leave my stuff in the library when I went to go get food, rather than pack it all up, put it in my car, bring it all back in, even though I was going to be gone for 30 minutes. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Let me further clarify, because that was not clear enough. You can act on your fears in small moments like that, and that really does matter. Chiron is coming up with Cirrus Nurture. I don't know what Cirrus is. So if y'all know, that might resonate. There are very deep wounds that are being activated in you right now. And this may be why it feels like that star is in reverse and you're not able to rejuvenate or, like, pour into yourself, because, babe, pouring into yourself right now is sitting with this wound activation and nurturing yourself through it. That, yes, I'm flipping the star. we have the star here. Staying with yourself despite the fears that are coming up as you are continuing to move forward and create what you want. Knowing that you get to create boundaries from your shadow and your like deepest fears, deepest worries, in the sense of you don't always need to be challenging yourself. I know I said like challenge yourself. Take a break. That's what this is telling me. Like, if it's getting too intense for you, you're getting too overwhelmed, take a bath, go for a walk. Like, you don't need to stay in that energy and continue to push yourself when you feel like you're going to spiral. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I just mean that's part of the challenge, is understanding when you need to set boundaries with yourself and say, you know what, I am over right now. Like, I'm doing this a lot. Like, I'll share another example. I'm trying to be okay with this incessant barking from the dogs around me. And I was like outside, not meditating, but like laying out, like staring at the sky, just trying to be with the dogs barking. Is very triggering for me, these dogs barking. And I got to the point where like I could not tolerate it anymore. I had already been out there for probably 10 minutes at least, like maybe even 15 minutes. I could not tolerate it anymore. And I was like, you know, I'm done. Like I've done enough. I can go inside now. And so I went inside. And that was hard for me. A part of me was like, no, just sit here and keep going. Like, you can tolerate this more. And I could have, but it's like, at what? Like, I was gonna say at what cost, but like, it's more so like, for what? I already did this. You know what I'm saying? And I can do this later. Like, I don't need to keep doing this. Like, this is not something, like, it was causing me so much, like, stress. Like, just being in that, like, no, like, keep going, like, well, like, no, I should go inside, like, I'm pushing myself. So I was like, okay, I'm calling it. Like, this is causing me tension, where it, for a long time it wasn't. Like, I was able to sit, and I'll say tolerate it, but like, be with it. Oh, the heart-centered mystic, the cosmos made of stars, light leader. Someone need to hear that. We will sit with that. The cosmos made of stars, light leader, the heart-centered mystic. Babe, many of the ones that are here to heal the collective, I'm being called to share. I had a vision when I was a child. I did not understand what this was at the time. It was maybe a dream. No, it was a vision. I did not dream this. Of me and all of my closest friends in early elementary school as fairies flying over the world, healing it with magical healing energy that was just pouring out of us through being ourselves. That was the clearest message from that vision. And I only recalled this vision in the last couple years. It was so clear that the way we were healing the world was just being ourselves. And it was so joyous and it was so magical, the energy that came off of it. It was just like, oh my God, like, we just get to be however we are, and we are healing the world. It was the world. It was the earth. It was Mother Gaia. It was the entire world. And there was beautiful magic, like pixie dust. Like, it kind of gave Tinkerbell pixie dust energy coming off of us as we flew. I'm going to give you all a visual. The globe. Hold on. I don't know how I can do this. Do I have a circular object? I do. Pretend this is the globe. We were coming from the bottom, out, up, and around, and like back. But it was like very intentional, of like this shooting up out of the earth. Like, this is just us going around the globe, like healing it. So you may also resonate with being a grid worker. Yes, you are one. Like, if that's resonating, yes. Like, you do shift frequencies everywhere that you go. Different continents, different cities, different places, people's homes, people's environments, your workplaces. Yes, your workplaces did shift while you were there. Yes, you did change the climate for, in a profoundly positive way. There was an increase of sales there. There was an abundance of, you know, more able... What am I trying to say about this? Workers who were doing the work in the way that you were doing the work. You know what I'm talking about. What else does this collective need to know? Because I gotta wrap up this message. You can do it. Please trust and believe in yourself. be very discerning with how you're spending your energy, because remember, a lot of your energy is being used to manifest what you're currently working on because you have devoted so much of your resources, your time, your attention to it. Understand this is not for no reason. All these powerful cards are not going to be coming out, babe. I have the Magician. I have, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Right now, I'm staring down at the Seven of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Judgment. Like, these are not small cards energy. I am going to pull clarification on this because I want to make sure I get the real clarity of this message for y'all before I go. Give me one moment. I'm going to pull one more card. With the Hangman and the... Oh, wow. Okay. 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 All right. All right. All right. Okay. Y'all are gonna do it. It's gonna happen. I don't know how else to say this, but we're just gonna get deeper into it. You are being called at this time. You are aligning with your higher self. Your higher self is working with you. You are your higher self. You know this. So what you want to create and you want to manifest and you want to do right now, yes, please do it. Please continue to move towards that. Again, if you're trying to juggle multiple things, let's pick one thing and let's stick with that. And then you can be doing the other things later or as they come. No pressure there. When either way that, if you want to do more things, you feel like that's working for you, or you want to do... Maybe that's not working for you because I was yawning. But yeah, just hone in on what you're really trying to do that you can do now. And focus your energy and attention on that. The Hanged Man being here, like, you are working with a higher mind. Like, the Hanged Man, he has the wisdom. Like, he knows what he's doing. I believe he comes after the Hermit. Like, he's done the inner work. He's integrated. Like, he ain't on that tree for nothing, He's working with that level of wisdom, that ancient wisdom. The Judgment here, I already spoke about that. This is the last card in the Oracle deck that I have. Is number 44. 44 is very significant. 944 earlier. It's about to be 44 on the timer right now. It is 44. 3144 to be exact. Kingdom of Heaven, ethereal codes, source energy, heaven on earth. This is the energy that you are moving with because I have the Aries Act. I don't know what else to say. You are moving with ethereal codes, source energy, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. You are here creating the new earth. If that's something you resonate with, what you are trying to create, what you're trying to manifest, yes, it is going to heal the collective. And I don't even want to say collective because it is going to be healing the earth. And it's also going to put you through a significant rebirth of self. You have initiated this change in your life. You wanted to change. You wanted to become new. Growth of this level is not going to feel easy all the time. But this is what you have chosen for yourself and initiated yourself into. I'm not saying any of this to be scared. I'm saying this because you are going to expand with Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is a very large energy. You have big plans. It is a big expansion that you're in. So please make sure that you are loving yourself right now as best as you can. Like, really taking care of your body and your being as best as you can. Regulating your nervous system because there's a lot. It's just a lot. But I'm very proud of you for doing this. I don't think many can say that they have initiated themselves to this level of conscious co-creation. And it takes balls and guts to do this. It's very courageous. And, you could say courage is rewarded, but, like, you're not being courageous for nothing. Something is there for you, and you're going to keep going at it, and you're going to keep getting it. Even if you got to take breaks and rest in between, that's fine. I'm saying that because earlier I felt like the energy was a little too like boom, 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 like act. But it's like, yes, But rest is an action. And remember, you're the Emperor. Oh my gosh, look about this card. 29, the Transcendent Alchemist, Charmer, Clairvoyant, Fierce Mystic. This is confirming with the Hanged Man. You're on a mystical path. Things ain't going to be working out for you in the practical ways. And watch that happen. You've already seen it happen in your life many times before. Trust that can happen on this scale as well. Thank you so much for listening. I love y'all, and I will be back with another reading soon. I'm also posting daily readings on TikTok. If y'all are interested, that's linked in my description. It's not linked, but you can find the app in my description. Maybe I'll link it. Figure out how to do that. But yes, I love y'all. I wish you the best of luck. Although, I was going to say you don't need it, but like, you already activated yourself. Solar flares. Schumann resonance might be significant with that. Okay, bye. I can't, I'm gonna keep yapping. I'm right there with y'all as well. Oh, and also I just want to show you guys who was the stand for this message that was picking my phone up. Yes. This is the energy y'all are working with. Totoro energy. If you know, you know. And what does Totoro do? He be resting. But he's also the protector of the forest. He works in spirits. Yeah. I see him as guardian spirit. So you have a lot of protection and direction. Like your guardian spirits, they are guarding your direction. I hope that makes sense. But yes, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for spending this time with us.